Yo, it's Supreme Lines Radio. It's your boy Just. Man, we back in the building tonight, man, with another dope interview. A guest from around the way from the land of Bromley. You know what I mean? Little brother, that I'm saying, he came up in the whole squad. Um, little tough little brother nigga at the time too. A little rugrat nigga coming up around the way and shit. But he's grown into his own man now. Not only that, he's a dope MC, you know what I'm saying, lyricist. You know what I mean? Um, it's much more I can say about this brother, you know what I'm saying? Positive brother, you know what I'm saying, knowledge of self, family man, all that is, you know what I'm saying, all that included. But, not to hold y'all up, no further ado. Once y'all say what's up to my man, Master Rek. What's going on, bruh?
Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just moving and shaking, moving through the wilderness.
No doubt, especially now in this day and time, because there's a lot of shit going on out here, man. This coronavirus, and I mean, all this other crazy shit going on out here. This damn these politicians. You know what I mean? The election going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your boy don't want to get out of office. What's up with that, man? Your boy
Oh
said
man,
he ain't going nowhere. He ain't trying to get out of office, yo.
hey, the way I look at what's going on now is think about that's what y'all used to talk about to us. So it's like to see it is like if you ain't been up on it and doing your research and studying, the ways of those type of people, then it's a shock to you. But to us, it's like we've been
Nothing
waiting
new.
for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it. Like, all right, when is it gonna happen? Like, we know it's gonna happen. So I don't look at none of this as like a surprise, a shock. You know what I mean? It's just that's just their ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wicked. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's,
Yeah,
that's by nature, So
right.
like you said, those who know the truth, they understand that this is nothing new. This is the way they've been acting for years, for centuries. You know what I mean? For the millenniums. So
Right,
it's
right.
nothing new to us. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But you actually, because you work at a job with like a lot of high risk here in Trenton. You work at a forensic hospital, right?
Well, not forensic. I was at Trent site, but it's all the same. We get their patients, they get ours. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. It's all the same, pretty much.
Yeah, because actually one of my cousins, Jimmy, we call him Jimmy, but James, fuck, last name I done popped out of my head, but he got a. If you see him, he like a black Santa Claus. He had the white beard, all
Hmm.
white beard. Yeah, he was working there. I'm not sure was it forensics or the site, but he caught the coronavirus and he was down for like 3 months. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's like I mean, hospitals is like some of the that's where a lot of germs and stuff is at. We got patients that don't take care of their hygienes. Um, you know what I'm saying? People don't know how to cough into their shoulder or cough in their shirt or nothing. They just cough out in the air and just sneeze in the air or whatever like that. So there's so much germs in the air. It's like, what I mean, you breathe it in, you walking past. Before this, we ain't had no mask on, so we just walking around like it's normal.
like no, yeah, like regular, yeah. I can imagine and then because I know a few people that worked that got sick though. You know what I'm saying? So just being that atmosphere, then you got to go home into your family was like a high risk as well, right?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
got how many
and
little ones you got? How many little ones you got at home?
too.
Yeah, so you don't, what I mean, it's crazy, man. This virus and this politics, man. But like I said, it was just something that we as original people, as people with knowledge itself, expected to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing new to this whole situation. You know what I mean? But we'll get on a positive note, man. I mean, 'cause you need
Hmm.
it. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
needed. Talk about all that crazy shit all day long. So, but we're gonna get into this right here, into this music. You know what I mean? How long you been rapping, man? Like how long? When the first time you picked up a pen in the pad, started spitting that shit, bro?
oh man, honestly, 1991.
Right? It's been that long.
Yeah, and 30 years.
How old are you
30
now? You what?
years. I'll be 40, but you know what I'm saying, 91, I was 10. So
Yeah. I'm about to say
in
you young
May,
then.
yeah. So in May it'd be 40 years. I made it be 30 years.
Okay. All right. So
But I
you so
mean,
how many projects you got out so far? Like, because over the time, I know you put out mixtapes, I'm saying, and stuff like that, but any of like,
Uh,
how many like
I
solid
did
projects besides the one we got? You got one out now.
as far as like I did one project. I was working with family first. It was we put out an album with original beats and everything. But then I started working on my own. Everybody started doing their thing. So I dropped my first mixtape 2007. Like I never really was like, oh, let me, what I'm saying, let me put out a mixtape here. I was just, rapping around the block, around the way, you know what I'm saying? Like not
Yeah,
really looking at it as like a career, but knowing that it could be, but just want to get your expressions out, how you feel. And so I dropped one 2007, and the next one I did 2010, and then I worked on one that I was going to drop in 2011, but I never did. So then I dropped this one 2019. I mean 2020.
yeah, this
So
is the one that we got right now. Park Bench Stories. That's the one you got out right
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah,
and you got it written by Recognize.
yeah, yeah. Because I was, I mean, throughout all these years, you trying to like you want to come out with the best name. You want to have a name that's. I mean, it's kind of hard because it's somebody somewhere else with the name Master, or it's people with the name Rek or whatever, but you don't really know them. But so it's like I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let me just go with Rek now. I think that's more like a universal aspect because everybody can recognize whether it is something that you recognize or not, or something that you accept, but you recognize that this is something. And unless you're willing to get involved in what you're doing, you just recognize that this is something. And then when they see and hear it, they're gonna be like, recognize like, oh, this is something different, or this is what the game they're missing. Some would say, and some people just be like, it's a nice vibe, and
Hmm.
yeah,
I heard bits and pieces of your music before, you know what I'm saying, over the years, you know what I'm saying, and I knew you always knew you could spit, you know what I'm saying, you had lyrical content, you always talked about some real shit. But this is the first project actually that I got the opportunity to listen to the whole project. Now, actually, I've been playing on the air for the past. When you get this to me like 2 months ago, right? About
yeah.
back in October, November. You know what I mean, so I've been playing on the air like throughout the past few weeks and everything, and this is a dope body of work. You know what I'm saying? You was telling me about the producers though. You work with different producers on this track on this project from different places. Like, what some of the producers come from that you work with?
It's crazy because I was working with my family Topzilla, and he was doing something where last winter time he was going into the studio every day, and he was like, this is what I'm about to do every day for like 2 weeks. I'm about to lock in every day, do a whole new song. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it too. So we started looking for production, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to like laid back beats because wintertime. I chose the wintertime because it's more of a disciplined season.
Right.
As far as our region, people can't go outside like that. They can, but it's cold. Nobody really
That's
want to
cool.
be out there. So it's
Right.
like more of a disciplined season where people sit back and got time to really reflect and listen to some real lyrics. So I chose that. So I started choosing a production based upon that type of vibe of being in the house, cozy, comfort, type of feeling. So I came across this one beat from um, this guy named was Namano. He was from the Netherlands, and I
Mm-hmm.
heard the beat. That's Cordon Bleu. So Cordon Bleu,
Cool.
that was the
Cool.
first. That was the first beat that I heard, and then I just started looking into him. Then I seen like, they had some. They was under a label. They had a label that was just a production label. It just
Oh,
all
okay.
beats. It's just a bunch of producers. So I started running through their catalog and just grabbing which ones I liked, and just I started going. And then I just said, you know what, let me put it out. But it's been written. The whole thing was written since 2018.
Oh,
I wrote
okay.
it. Yeah, I started writing it. I started writing it in 2018, maybe in like August, and then a year went by. I was working on another project with another good producer, and we didn't get a chance to put that out. And then I just went back and said, well, you know what, let me put part of stories out. Like I really love it, and I felt as though that it would be a good reintroduction.
Right. Yeah, because it's been a while since you put some music out, right? How long was the last time you put out a project?
9 years.
Is it 9 years?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like the freestyle I just put up there, the one that I sent to you.
Yeah.
So I wrote that in 2010. That's 10 years. That's 11, almost 11 years old. Like so, don't think that what you heard is like like that's 10 years ago. So you gotta think I'm
But
10 years older.
you gotta think about it. That's new to us because we never heard it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's why I put it out there.
yeah, definitely. So park bench stories like it's got that laid vibe back that laid back vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like like you said, the cordon bleu, end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Free yourself. I'm just name a couple tracks. You know what I mean? Um, but Juice, I know when we was talking about the tracks, like as far as you getting the tracks, it was an issue with some of the tracks that you use. That's why it's only you put this out as a promotional project
Yeah,
because
because I couldn't get in touch with that company, and then they said they wasn't taking submissions at the time because
mm,
I wanted to submit the whole project and you know and see how they felt about it and see what I could do with it because I know I mean I ain't gonna try to say that over here in US that we don't really care about lyrics, but we got too much opportunity out here for people to care about those type of lyrics because people want to feel like nobody want to hear. I don't want to say depression, but people don't want to hear songs where you soul searching or you digging deep. People want to just live and feel like I do what I want to do and I'm just living. So over
yeah,
there,
it's different overseas. Yeah, you're right. It's different overseas. I mean, they do focus more on the lyricism. I mean, they go back to that raw form of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They do focus on the lyricism. Over here is more of the beats and the hooks. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
some other shit. Whatever they say in between is pretty much whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because half the time it don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Speaking of, like, how do you feel about the new era of hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Because you came up in an era. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you 10 years old in '91. So you came up in that era,
Mhm.
I'm saying that '90s era, the beginning of the millennium era. I'm saying, how you feel about this new style of hip hop that's out right now?
Um, well, honestly, like I look at it as like if somebody in the '90s or late '80s, '90s, where with Rakim and them coming out and bringing a whole new style of talking about something,
Mm-hmm.
or just hip hop in general. The '70s looked at it like, you know what I'm saying. So then, when the '80s came, it's like they look at, I mean, in the '80s and '70s, looking at it like, all right, where they going with this, or they. Then the '90s came, and now they looking at it like, oh, this. And then once the 2000s came, the '90s started kind of looking at the 2000s like, oh, where they going with this? Like they taking away from the culture, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? And 2000s looking, everybody, we keep looking down at each other as
right.
if like,
Every 10 years, it's a different genre of hip hop that comes
yeah,
out,
right. But
and
that's a part of evolution.
mm,
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, to me, the production has gotten a lot better. You know what I'm saying? People are being more original because back in the day, sample, you know, or if you gave me an idea of a song, it won't be hard for me to add on to that because you already gave me the original idea. But
right,
if I'm thinking for myself and I'm thinking like, what do I want to do? It's more appreciated because it comes from you. It's not that somebody gave it to you. Yeah, you added on and put some kicks and snares and you made it a dope beat, but your foundation wasn't set by yourself. Somebody assisted you with that through the sample. So that's what
right.
makes the beats got more crispier and but I'm okay with this new generation. I pick and choose who I like. I don't listen to the radio. So if I hear you and I like you, like trust me, I really like you. I don't just like somebody just because everybody say, well,
They the ones on the
yeah,
radio all the time. Yeah,
right.
because everything for like even back then, everything wasn't for everybody. You know what I mean? Different styles of hip
Hmm.
hop wasn't for everybody. You know what I mean? And with me being a come up in the that era of the '80s and the '90s hip hop. You know what I mean? Like some of this shit ain't for me, so I don't really tune into it too much. You know what I'm saying? My son be running around playing that shit, so I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? But cordon bleu. Like, I'm stuck on that one right now. I mean, now
Hmm.
is that a drink or this is like? I mean, how would you describe that song, bro? I'm thinking it's a drink. The way you spitting on it is like a drink. Now,
It is. It is. It's a cognac. It's It's from Martell. Martell is a cognac. It's one of the it's actually before Henny and Remy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
they was
word.
like one of the yeah. So they came out like 17, 16, something like that. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I'm quite sure around that time. But Henny came after, Remy came after, or whatever. So they got a brand called Cordon Bleu. It's I ain't gonna say it's a little bit more expensive than the regular one. It's like drinking Henny XO or Remy XO. It's just like that.
Okay.
So and that been around for 300 years, Cordon Bleu. So it's like it's more like a distinguished acquired taste. So it's like that's how I wanted that song to be like something different, but still like you could taste it. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's yeah like that, like that.
It definitely did. Because I thought you was like, Mike, you know how they created their own, people create their own drinks, like Incredible Hulk, they mixing the Henny with hypnotic and shit like that. I thought that was like something like a drink that you like, you know what I mean, came up with, like it's a mixed drink or something. I didn't know that was a cognac, like a cognac that's that actually that old. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I haven't had a drink in a minute, so
Yeah,
been shit, been 15 going on 15 years. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, so but like I said, I'm sitting listening to the song like, ah, he done came on a new drink. Like I gotta find out what type of
I
drink this
mean,
is.
I mean, well, I mean, definitely like I can't. I mean, it's not new, but it's something different. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, yeah,
like like we were saying earlier with like how I feel about hip hop today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I choose what I like and I rock with what I like. I don't, you know, just because somebody say this person is top five, that don't mean he's in my top five. You know what I'm saying? I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that person and that they doing what they doing and they got to where they at. But I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna acknowledge that as if like just because. Oh yeah, okay, I gotta go with that too. Nah, so Martell
mm-hmm.
is to me is better than Henny. I drank Henny before I drank Remy, you know what I'm saying? Actually, Henny to me is the last. Like some people
Yeah.
just be like, oh, Henny is overhyped, to
Already.
be
But they
honest
know
with you.
Henny got different levels out too. Though they got the 1738 and, you know what I mean, the white Henny and all that. But yeah, because but you
You
know
mean Remy got Remy got the
1738.
yeah. That's what I'm
And
saying.
Henny
Henny
got
just they got
Henny
black
got
Henny black
Henny black. Yeah, you got the Henny black, and you got
and
the
Henny white.
Henny white too. Yeah. So yeah, but that's like it's like the other brands. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like E&J compared to I mean some old other top shelf shit.
Yeah,
Man,
Jay.
like whiskey, like the like for instance, like the blue box, the top shelf for the I think it's whiskey. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Blue label, and black label. You got the blue, black, and the
Right.
red label.
Red label, yeah.
Yeah, so different levels of that shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's really what it is with Henny, Remy, and Martell's. Like it's just those different flavors. But it's a lot of people out there that really like drink that Martell like that. You got if you like they got a like on Instagram they got a Martell Russia, they got a Martell Nigeria.
a
Um
word.
yeah, and what's the name even they sponsor him too. They sponsor Quavo, they sponsor I don't know if Wale still doing it, but you know what I mean. But and they changed over time with their drinks too. They used to have like regular Martell was better. Now they got this single distillery. It's like I don't know, maybe could be new
Yeah.
management but
Yeah,
yeah,
they
but
trying to keep up with the ages, like to keep up the times or whatever. You gotta
right,
try something different every 3 months, every quarter. You put out something different, like let's see how this works.
right,
Those if you try something else. But so you you came from out Laurel, you know what I'm saying, which is
hmm
the Stuyvesant, which is West Trenton. And I'm saying
right,
so you grew up there, but you was raised out in Bromley. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the
yeah.
difference in the atmosphere? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though Bromley is like right there next to Trenton, I know it was like it was a different way of thinking and way of living. Like, what kind of how big of a part did that play in the man you are today, as far as being growing up out on Laurel Place and being raised out in Bromley?
Um, uh, Laurel Place pretty much showed me like um that's where it started. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gotta think. Like at that time, like I'm young and I'm witnessing, you know, like I guess it would be the same as it's like they just was different. They attracted so many things to them. They just had this aura about them, and that block just brought so many people there. Like, you know what I mean? It brought hate there, it brought love there, it brought
Mm-hmm.
women, it brought parties, it brought so much there. So
Yeah,
it's
man.
like,
You got actually got the park right in the middle of the street because the street is
yeah,
like it's like a U-turn street. You got to go down the street, turn around, and come back out. You go in and come back out the same way. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
It's actually surrounded by houses. The park, the the houses surround the park. So
yep,
it's like,
exactly.
and it was like it was ours. It was like no, you know what I'm saying? Like we felt like nobody can, you know what I'm saying? This is ours. Like if you want to hang here, you gotta be cool. You know what I'm saying? We gotta rock with you or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
they really taught me, you know, from what I seen was like, you know what? It's like territorial. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's
Yeah.
like this our spot. Like ain't nobody coming through, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. So the difference was I wasn't I wasn't fully active there. I was in training, watching. I was more so watching and seeing, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this how they do it. Okay, they hop out and like, okay, oh, all right. So because they had a lot of problems with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't they wasn't well loved, but you know, they was respected. You know what I mean? But it made me see like, oh, all right, that's how I'm doing it. That's, you know what I mean? When I get my chance, yeah, I'm ready for that. You know what I'm saying? But then we moved out Bromley, it was like it's you on your own. You on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like they out there, they like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, you can't say me and my whole crew. I mean, you got your crew, everybody, but at the same time, everybody was respected individually, not where you respected as if like, oh, all of them. Nah, because you are who you are, and that's how you gonna get respected, by being who you are.
Who you are
And
exactly. You got to
yeah,
be yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah, and they didn't care nothing about that you from training.
Nah.
That was out the window when you, as soon as you cross that border. It's like they don't care. It's like, oh yeah, I'm from such and such. Like, okay, well, who are
Well,
you? Who are
it's crazy.
you?
It's crazy because you said because that's how I felt when I came. I made the same transition. I was a little bit older, but I made the same transition on my own because I was raised out North Trenton on Fountain Avenue, so I seen the whole life. You know what I'm saying, coming up. You know what I'm saying, in the '80s and in the early '90s out there because they had, you know what I mean, that block was lit up back then. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, but when I made that transition and started coming out the way, you know what I'm saying, out of Bromley, I mean, like I said, you had to, stand on your own and make your mark as a man, as an individual. You know what I mean, and people respected who you was as long as you kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? As long as you wasn't out there on some fake shit. You know what I mean? And and the main thing about it, like the love that everybody showed once you know what I'm saying, once you came amongst everybody and it was from basketball playing because Bromley was always big on sports, like because most of everybody out there went to Nottingham, so
Yeah,
it was like either football or basketball, one of the two, or track because
right.
Mike Brown ran track. He used to run everywhere, yo. Like he
Yeah,
ran from he used to run up to the Wawa and all these like niggas, you running all over the place.
yeah. He beat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was his, and that's the thing. Like, see, in the city, you know, you could be whoever you are behind a group of people.
Right.
But when you in, like, our mom is like, it's single. We single. It's like you singled out as, who are you? Like, forget everybody that you with. What about him? Who is
Yeah, what
he?
they
What
want
is
to
he
do.
about? Whereas
Exactly.
though, you know what I'm saying? Like in the city, it's like, oh, we such and such. So they you getting respected collectively. Whereas out there, you get respected individually. Like it's about
Individually.
individuality.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
yeah,
You
so
know what I mean?
that's the best. That's the best part about that. That's what makes them so different from anybody. It's not about, oh, he from here, he hung with them. Nah, it's like him.
Yeah, because
Who is
Bromley is
he?
actually is like a big mixing pot from people from all over. You know what I'm saying? Come to Bromley to live. You know what I mean? And and matter of fact, one time this dude came from Texas. He caught a body in all the way out in Texas. He came to Bromley to hide out, but
Yeah,
the feds found his ass. They came out and got him. You know what I mean? But I love Bromley, man. Like I learned a lot out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
the experiences out there was different from the experience of Trenton. You know what I mean? But it all like shit, it taught you to be a man. You know what I'm saying, stand on your own because even though people had your back out there, but when it's time to be an individual, be yourself and stand up on your own, you know what I'm saying? They made sure you did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna rock with you, but you guys first you gotta prove that you're gonna rock for yourself first. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. Absolutely, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's and that's where a lot of problems come in with organizations. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it like
Mhm.
that. Organizations, you know,
I like where you put that.
yeah, like because some people it's strength in numbers, but at the same time, like it don't take that many people to get a job done. Two people can get a job done faster than 20 people. You know what I mean? It depends on the determination because sometimes that extra people around you could just be a distraction. So when you looking at it as far as like a you know, these organizations they fall because they want to have they got so many people. They got too many people now. And then most of the time you don't even know who you really hanging around. Like you just
Hmm.
got them around because they're a member too. They you know what I'm saying? They put their membership in. And you can get jacked up behind somebody else. You know what I mean? So
Somebody else,
sometimes
yeah.
yeah, and you don't even know who he is, but he a part of the organization. So now you gotta either clean house or you gotta say, all right, I'm gonna take it because you gotta know who you dealing with, and that's what's so great about that place. I mean, you know who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody trying to be more than what they are.
I mean, besides all the good times that we had when you was younger, like so we used to come. I mean, me and my cousin F and say we used to come to your crib a lot when you was younger. One of the things that's really stuck in my head is still to this day I laugh at this shit. It was you. I think it was you and if you know what I'm about to say too. It was you and who was it? I think it was Skeet. Was it Skeet that came with y'all together and we was at the park? Y'all bought your first bag and shit.
Oh, you talking about SK?
SK, yeah, y'all bought your first bag
Yeah,
from me and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I like that
We
shit.
yeah, yup, we was in it was Brownie Park, right?
Oh yeah, it's right there. Interest in
Yeah.
Broward Park.
And then me and him, we went this one the time where you had PFO. You had PFO and shop
Yeah.
right up there in the shopping center where it's now Walmart. It was PFO, it was shop right. And we went back there, it was like some bike trails back there.
Right,
And
yeah.
we
Before all that before the art sculpture place got
yeah.
put up, yeah.
So we
Before
we
all that.
didn't we didn't have no L. So we grabbed a brown paper bag and just
That's how
rolled it up.
everybody started, yeah. That's how everybody started. Because y'all was too young
Yeah.
to buy tobacco, so y'all couldn't get no L's and nothing like that. So y'all was
No.
too young for that shit.
So we just
Man.
yeah, that's my bro, man, forever. You know what I'm saying? Love him. You know what I'm saying? It was us too. We went back there. It was like we ain't get no feeling from it because it was like it was more bag than it was actually, buzz. So
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? You pretty much it's like you lighting a fire at the stove and then you just inhaling that.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Ain't nothing else.
I was
It's
like,
burning. It was burning
man.
like that and everything. But
But
after
look at these
that, it was
niggas.
different. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
After the first time you try it, like all right, you figure out what you're doing next, or you get somebody to show you. Yeah, after that it's a
yeah,
wrap, bro. I feel it's like all right,
yeah.
it's good. I'm good now. I'm good now.
All
Parkside
right.
bench, Parkside. I mean, Park bench stories. The song itself. Now, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because you telling a story in that joint. Like,
Yeah.
where stories come from that you was telling in that song right there?
I was thinking about me. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, being on Laurel, it's like we had several benches out there in that park. So you come outside, it's like you see him out there, drinking a Mad Dog King Solomon, you know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
drinking a King Solomon, you know what I'm saying? You
Taking it
know,
back,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So they drinking they thing, they smoking, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at, like I said, that's my home, you know what I'm saying, my foundation. So I'm looking at them, what they doing. I'm like, okay, so this is how you be a man. You feel what I'm saying? This is what you got to do, or this is the thing to do. So I took my chances. I'm like, all right, I'm looking at it. We fronting like we doing it. You know what I'm saying? We smoking on it, whatever. We trying to mock them. So it made me think about that when I wrote it. I'm like, dang, like it's kids that's really sitting there watching you and really wanting to do exactly what they see you doing, whether they know if it's good for them or not, or what
Because you
they
telling
hear.
because you saying like Shorty seen old head getting the money, like, and I mean, he come out, young boy come out like, yo, I want to get it too. He like, what you know about this game? You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
So definitely, yeah, I like that's another joint that I'm rocking with. Man, for the whole, I'm working with the whole project. I've been playing songs throughout the, like I said, the past few weeks. Every show, I get like 2 or 3 songs on there, on the show itself, off the project. I try not to play it out too much, but I've been definitely, you know what I'm saying, giving it a spins and stuff. Um, like another one, in the end of the year. Tell me about end of the year.
Um, it's like reflecting. You know what I'm saying? You reflecting on what you did throughout the year, and now you kind of realizing what you deserve. Like, you know what? I deserve to be enjoying myself. You know what I mean?
Right,
My people's here. You know what I'm saying? Couple, whether it's models or you know what I mean, just some good headed sisters. You know what I'm saying? You just around some good people, and you know your family in there. You get caught up because you know you partying, so you see people like, yo, what's up? Nah, you know what I mean? But you know, for the most part, you know, you just in there just to have a good time, and you deserve it. You know what I mean? You may have lost people throughout the year, lost your job, or
mm-hmm.
you know, just losing things and just not understanding like there's no need to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even gonna shed a tear over that because that's life. And you know, we gotta keep pushing. So it's like the end of, it's like going through an end of a phase. You know, every year
Right.
is a phase. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
the
And
one
then, you know,
we
hope
just went through.
hmm and you can either, you know, you can either come out of it or you can stay in that phase. It's up to you. But like me, it's like it's the end of the year. So it's like I'm about to really, you know what I'm saying, get in like what I deserve.
Right,
And
right.
mm,
So we talked the other day. You said you got another project coming out soon, but you want to focus on this one right here 'cause this is the one that's out. Park Bench Stories. I mean, do you have any? Are you planning on doing any visuals for this project, or do you have any out right now, as far as any videos for this project?
yeah, I got two. I got Oh Well and
Okay,
Free Yourself. I was right, and I dropped Free Yourself in February, and I want to say I dropped Oh Well in January. But I
right
wanted to
before
do,
COVID hit. Yeah.
yeah. So I was planning on doing Cordon Bleu next. Like I already had it lined up, ready to do the visual for that, and that's
Mm.
when the COVID hit, and it's just like, so that's why I kind of like, I'm like going and rewind with this project, like you know what I mean, like it's like reset. Let me reset it and then you know play it again because I feel as though nobody really got a chance to hear it. It ain't even get a chance, you know, to get its proper shine because of the COVID and the distractions of what's going on. You know, so I was like, you know, let me back up a little bit. Let's get back into this and then we move forward with some stuff I got.
No doubt, yeah, because it was like when I hit you up, it was random because I got an opportunity to bring the show back onto the air. You know what I'm saying, for different stations, and I just hit you. I didn't even know you had a project out. You know what I'm saying, like I said, that's crazy because usually, when people from around the way drop something, I hear about it, but I didn't even know you had a project. I just randomly hit you up like, yo, send me some music. You know what I mean? I got the show back on the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's rock. But you see me in the joint. I was listening to. I was like, yo, this nigga put some work into this shit. You know what I mean, and then we explained the situation about the beats and everything, which is understandable because you don't want to be dealing with no lawsuits and none of that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, got time for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but the way you put it out there is definitely a good method. You know what I'm saying? The promotional base and just and focusing on. You know what I'm saying? Just the a EP. Actually, it's an EP. It's only like what 6 or 7 tracks on here, right?
No, it's 12.
Because you only sent me half the project then.
Nah, the CD got
Oh no,
it's
I did send
12.
me you sent me 8. No, I never, cause I ain't burning up from this. I
Oh,
listened to the
oh,
CD, but for the radio show you sent me like about 8 joints.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, as far as that, as far as like music wise, yeah, it's an EP because it's only 8 tracks, but it's
Right.
skits on there. I put the skits. I got
Skits on
skits on
here.
it. Yeah, on the CD you get skits. So on SoundCloud you get the skits too. So
Yeah.
that's what made it 12 tracks, but it's not really 12 or recording tracks as far as lyrics. It's just like 12 tracks. You got the skits and you know that's what made the project even more doper is like you know people don't really do skits like that too much. Now it's just like people just put music out, like just put music out. Like they don't, you know, the projects don't really have no what's that word? It doesn't have like no
That substance.
yeah it's like it's just just take this music like just take
Just
this
music.
song. Yeah, it's like every project should have like some type of um foundation or you know what I mean like what are you getting out of this?
Right, exactly. What I noticed people doing lately, especially a lot of celebrities, they kind of put their skits in their videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do. They start off with the music and then they go into a little acting scene. You know what I mean? Like who was it? Drake and the other boy. Um, I don't know his name. Those new rappers, but they um they did like I think Drake was like he was garbage. They working on a garbage truck or some shit like that.
Was that Future?
Yeah, I think it was Future. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
you notice like a lot of rappers are doing, a lot of artists are doing that. They actually putting the skits into the visuals. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
music don't last like it used to. You know what I mean? Plus, a lot of artists ain't putting out whole projects no more. You know what I mean? They just putting out the singles.
Right. Attention span.
Exactly. Attention span is not there like it used to be. You know what I mean? Especially you got all this, we just talking about technology earlier, you know what I'm saying? All this, streaming platforms and everything. So you can jump from one streaming platform to the next. Like, all right, I'm bored with that. Let me go to something else. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. So that and that's what I mean to me. But let me ask you a question. Like, how do you feel about when people say like you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that because that's not what everybody doing. Like, like
Me
you know,
personally,
yeah,
like me personally, I'm the type of like fuck you type of person. I mean, because can nobody tell me not to do something because not the current wave. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? And I always felt like I'm the type of person that set my own paths anyway. I'm like I said, being coming from where I came from, especially coming from Bromley. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna say coming from Bromley because that's where I started doing my teenage years, started doing my real thing. So coming from Bromley, teaching this, teaching you that to be an individual. That's one thing I was stuck in my head. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be me and do what I want to do regardless. You know what I mean, if it's I don't, sometimes it could be a bad thing. 'Cause I'm like, I don't give a fuck how you feel about it or not. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm gonna do me. You know what I mean? But I don't like that shit, man. Like, right now, whenever time my son play an artist, like whenever he playing music, I gotta turn around and ask him, like, who is that? Like, what's his name?
Yeah,
'Cause they all sound the
yeah,
fucking same. You know what I mean?
right,
In our era when we came up, you knew who was who because everybody had their own style. They had their own way. You know what I'm saying? Their own way of deliveries. You know what I'm saying? They had their own way of spitting. Ain't nobody. Right now the whole rap game is using auto tune. You don't know who's who. You
right,
know what I mean? Especially if you don't follow. I don't follow them little niggas, so I don't know who they are. You know, what I mean? They all sound
right,
the same to me. So if somebody tell me like, I'm wrong for going against the grain, then they got a one track mind because we universal. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm not. I refuse to be stuck in the box.
Right.
I
And that's why
mean,
I said, like, like when I did it, like, you got, I mean, being an artist, you gotta first do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because
mhm.
if you doing something, if you doing something for somebody else, when they done with that way of feeling, now you got to change up if you want to
Mhm.
keep them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's best that you just do you and let the people grow with you
Exactly.
because
And the thing about that is everybody we are human beings, so everybody go through shit. So if you just tell your story, there's always somebody out there that can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? There's only a certain
hmm
amount of feelings out there in the world. There's only a certain amount of feelings, and people can relate to those feelings that you express. So you got to betray to be nobody else and to get the people to relate to you. Just be yourself. Somebody gonna relate to you regardless. As long as you putting together dope music and and keeping that shit 100, you gonna have motherfuckers gonna stick with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what make music real, like good music everlasting. Like this, like if you had the opportunity to put this project on a major platform,
hmm
it'll go to another level because it's ultimately relatable. You know what I'm saying?
right,
The stories in it, the way you deliver your music. You know what I'm saying? The beats. You know what I mean, it's not the same shit that you hear on an average everyday radio show. You know what I mean? That's why I appreciate shit like that from you and other artists. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that comes with growth. You know what I'm saying? Because when you young, you know, even with being a young artist, most of the time you're gonna sound like who you like first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If Jim Jones was your favorite rapper,
Idol. Right.
Yeah, that's what you're not gonna sound exactly like when your voice may be different, but your setups is based upon how that sound of music that you like that comes from that individual. So as you get older, you tend to come into your own self. Some people get it at a young age and some people take forever. Some just never get it. But when you become who you are, you know, like you said, there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries in art. So for anybody
Exactly.
that say like you got to do it like this or you ain't gonna be felt, like you said, that person has a one track mind because
Hmm.
it's universal. You know what I'm saying? If you reach for the stars, you ain't gonna get the same. Every star ain't the same.
Exactly.
Every planet ain't the same. So why can't people do this and be appreciated? Why do they got to go that way to be appreciated? And then
It's
that's
all
where
it's all a part of control. Like how the labels in the industry control artists. You know what I'm saying? They keep them in their
Mhm.
lane. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what's selling. So you got to do this. You got to do this. And that's that thing when people like, well, you're selling your soul just to make some money instead of being yourself. You know what I mean? And a lot of artists they do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You see them out here wearing tight ass clothes and shit like that, carrying your man purses, bitch. That's a pocketbook. Like nigga, they ain't gonna tell me tell me no different. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And and a lot of artists get caught up in that hype and get caught up in that wave, and they look like fools. You know what I'm saying? And then ultimately, you have stuff like I want you to know how you feel about this all the violence in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like because niggas when everybody want to be a gangster. Now I mean you got all these artists getting killed now. So I mean like how you feel about as far as how that format
uh,
that wave is going? Like how you feel about that?
um, I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's death, and ain't nobody coming back from that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Somebody losing somebody either to the system because they killed the person, and then somebody losing somebody to, I'll never see that person again. You know what I'm saying? The person, even though the person on this side that killed them or whatever, that go to jail or whatever or lose their life, as far as like they can no longer be free to do what they want to do. They still could be seen, talked to, but that person that lose somebody, that's it. You know what I'm saying? They reaching for the sky on him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hope that something talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for something. You're looking for something where this person you still can see him, but so you still losing him because you can't hug him every night. You can't touch him because he's locked up. So
mm,
but that's the part of the game that um it's like a gap. It's a gap between generations. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so if you ain't like I said with the hip hop, when this younger generation, you can't tell them what to do, but you can talk to them and you could try to give them some good ideas instead of just trying to shut them out. You know what I'm saying? Because you was different to the era before you. You're
right.
different to the era before you. Now somebody's different to you. You should already know that they had to what you had to go through to get the respect or just to get the acknowledgement. So you should give that person, a little bit of advice through your own experience of what you had to go through to be accepted as being different. But we shut them out. Like, nah, we don't listen to any mumble rap. I mean, whatever, each his own. I mean,
I mean, everybody deserves a chance to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's up to you to choose if you like that style of music or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I love the
yeah,
fact that hip hop is always growing, and you know what I'm saying because hip hop came from the youth. It started with the youth. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Anybody know the history tell you that. And I mean, it's just and they say it goes through phases, and what we felt. I'm saying our parents wasn't feeling, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying
right,
what our kids playing, we not feeling. You know what I mean, so because we the parents now. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. But I
It's
mean, it's some of them like I give a chance to. I
oh
do.
yeah,
I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it's a couple.
give it a chance. If not, then it's a
But
waste of good waste
all
of
the
time.
one, but honestly, all the ones I give a chance to, they the ones getting killed.
That's
Word
just
is
crazy.
bond.
That's crazy.
Every one of the young boys that's in the game that I gave a chance to because I liked it something about them. They
Hmm.
all got killed. Nipsey, um, Pop Smoke, and King Von. Like people think
Yeah,
like, well, you this, nah. That I see you see something in certain people. You just hope that they can get over that hump, and they
give me a
just
hug.
wasn't
Yeah,
able. They wasn't able to. It was sad. You know what I'm saying? Because that young boy had talent. I mean, like talent for real. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? All three of them. But
all
Nipsey was
three of them. Yeah, Them
It's
shit
but
was
it's
really
the
good. He was on some revolutionary type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He was giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? And some people just didn't like that. You know, the people we talking about. You know what I mean?
right,
You know what
right,
I mean?
right, right.
They gotta say it out loud, but they know who they are. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But
But that's why I mean, I'm gonna say this once, you know what I mean? If anybody catch you do, everything, you know what I mean, the real things gotta be done under. Let's say, you know what I mean? Hopefully they can catch that. Everything, the real things that we need to do need to be under, not
mm-hmm.
over. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always all the millionaires ain't on Front Street is what I'm saying.
Exactly. No,
And
exactly.
you ain't gonna be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire and not be on Front Street. Say it like that.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So
And
don't think that
no, wait, what you say?
you know, no, this yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
because of
you're absolutely
those
right.
things, like you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Let's say organizations, they type of organizations, they not out there in the front in the open, but they pulling
Nah,
strings behind. They pulling strings. They pulling
behind closed
strings.
doors. Yeah, behind the, you know,
Yeah,
in the
you ain't
cut.
gotta. Yeah,
They sitting back like this, laughing. Like, look at these
right,
motherfuckers.
right, right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we gotta look at it. We gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, nothing new under the sun. So whatever's
Mhm.
being done now was already done by people before. So if we were before them and we taught them, that means that they only doing something that we already been doing. So that means it's already in
Right.
us. We just, we getting caught up. They done found different tools to use to distract us. You know what I mean? Subliminal messaging,
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
little things that take you away from, you know what I mean, who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
No doubt. No doubt. First
mhm.
bomb. So you said you had put this project kind of like on rewind. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
um, so are we expecting any new visuals coming out this year, 2021, for from Park Bench Stories? Are
yeah,
are
yeah.
you actually gonna do that Code on Blue video? Is
I
that coming
got
out soon?
to, I got to,
Mm.
because it was the one that I really, really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I want to do all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like that one right there, like I was ready for it. I was really ready for it. I kind of wanted that one in tune.
Okay, yeah, in tune, yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt. Like I said, I'm rocking with everything on here, bro. Like I've been a fan of yours ever since you started spitting. You know what I mean?
appreciate it.
Between you and Save, you know what I'm saying, and my
Yeah,
man Cal,
save. Oh, Caliber too. Yeah, peace to Caliber and save. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yo,
Save. Yeah,
some of my favorite MCs, you know what I mean? And I give y'all mad respect, you know what I'm saying, man, props. And shout out to Born. Born killed that freestyle about a month ago. You know what I mean? I don't know
yeah.
if you know,
Born too.
I
Yeah,
mean, so
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of spitters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The thing about it is, if the spitters was to link up, you know what I mean, you could be able to kind of get a lot of the other stuff out of here.
right. A lot of get some of that other shit out there and
Man.
get back to the positive stuff that we
But
used to, that we love. You know what I
uh,
mean?
but
Not just referring just to music, but the life in general. You know what I'm saying? So, music plays a big part in our everyday life because it's a vibe that we get from the music. You know what I'm saying? These kids are getting some of the wrong vibes, unfortunately, for some of this music. You know what I mean?
you,
So we want to get back to a positive way of thinking, a positive way of life. You know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and it's like having two smart people, right? Now you got two smart people. What's supposed to come out of that conversation? You got two intelligent people.
Some great
What's supposed?
things. Some
Yeah,
great things coming in the conversation. You know what I mean?
yeah. So it's like, and that's what I'm saying. Like we got all these lyricists. Like if you know who the lyricists are, why are you not? Why are you
Right.
not linking? Like why you trying to hold back, or why you going the route but then got something to say about what you rocking with, or those people that ain't lyricists. Like, you know what I mean? Stay, you know what I'm saying? Stay where you
Mm.
at. Stay, you know what I'm saying? If you try, especially if you trying to push it in that
I think
direction.
that was a shot right there. Like who was it?
No,
He called.
no,
I mean,
nah,
he
because
calling them out. Listen, he calling y'all out. He might not.
yeah,
Right, I'm saying it. He calling y'all out, niggas. He's saying
yeah,
y'all need
yeah.
to
If you right,
plan, get this music right.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Because it's a lot of BS out there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? People just be wanting to rock with certain, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. I mean, it don't matter to me because I'm gonna do me regardless. You know
regardless.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
But as far
We
as like
more
it,
moving as
yeah,
a unit, be a
right,
collective
right,
thing, you know what I'm saying, be more powerful as always. You know what I'm saying? When
yeah,
we move together, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we was always taught to be an individual, but as a unit, we can do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of strong shit together. You know what I mean?
right,
But
yeah,
before we get out here, man, because it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm saying we
yeah.
always build and we see each other, but this, you know what I mean, I like, uh, sitting down talking to artists like yourself on different levels, getting to know them. You know what I'm saying, on the different levels. But before we get about here, man, I want you to make sure you give me all your shout outs, man. Give me all your plugs. If they find your music at, they can follow you at, all that. Let me get that right now, bro.
Face on Facebook is Rek Raw. Um, um, Instagram and Twitter is Rekognize360. Recognize with a K, REKOGNIZE 360. That's Twitter and Instagram. Um, Project is on SoundCloud. It's on Dat Piff. I don't have no original projects that I could say that's could be streamed, but that's in the future. That's coming where you can
That's
stream some
coming
of the
from right
project
here.
I'm about to do. But shout outs, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna give a shout out to all the positive energy, all the great energy, the negative too, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you know what I'm saying.
Just keeps us
Yeah,
moving. Keeps us
right.
moving.
That's what sharpens you up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to all my family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, my family. But music wise, I can shout out to Biddy Gordy. You know what I'm saying? Topzilla, Decal,
Mm-hmm.
um, Victor Ray. You know what I mean? Shout out to my peoples with the Porch podcast. They doing their thing. Everybody from out the way. You know what I'm saying? There's pleasure detailing. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah,
want to
you
get
mentioned
your
that. Yeah, make sure y'all mentioned the spot. Well, in fact, real quick, let them know where it's located at, what part of town, and the address and everything.
just inbox. They can inbox me on that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
If
called
you see
Pleasure
it, because it,
Detail.
yeah, pleasure detail to get your car detailed. You can inbox me. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't serious, don't inbox. So
Now, one thing I want to say, I'm proud of y'all for that. You know what I'm saying, y'all came together as a unit. You know what I'm saying, as a team, and put that together. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
for
shout out to Don. He was the one. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like he younger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You
yeah,
can't. You can't try to play the young, like, you know what I'm saying? Them boys they busting moves, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
ain't saying you gotta, be under them, but at the same time, respected that them young boys got a vision. And I'm quite
Right.
sure look at the mob. I bet the mob wish they'd listened when Bugsy Siegel and all them went out to Vegas. I bet you the
Mhm.
old head mobs would have wished they listened then. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because the youth, they got a vision too. And
Mhm.
sometimes we cut their vision short because we want them to do what we want them to do instead of
Mhm.
assisting them in what they want to do. So that's what I'm saying with the younger generation with hip hop. Like, listen to them young boys. They saying something like how you was saying something. Just catch it and help them out.
Yeah, wow, you're absolutely right. No doubt, bro. Like I
Yeah,
said, once again, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming to the
yeah.
show. I mean,
Appreciate you too.
no doubt, no doubt. Look, we're gonna about to get out of here, man. We'll holler at you soon. And let's make sure you let me know when that new project drop. You know what I'm saying? But right now we're looking at we checking out Park Bench Stories, you know what I'm saying? It's on, you said SoundCloud and that Piff, right?
Yeah.
All right. You also go ahead on first on street I'm about to say all the other stations. You also go ahead on Supreme Alliance Radio. I mean, make sure y'all tune in and listen, man. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? And
yeah. Also, I got a page too. Master Rek. That's my YouTube page. Also got the project on there too. All the
videos on
songs,
there
and then
too,
yeah, and the ones that got the videos to it, those two videos is on there too. I got a couple videos on that page. So Master Rek, MasterRek, and then you can hear some of the songs I got on there.
right? All right, no doubt, no doubt. All right,
Yeah,
big bro, man. I'll let you had to get out of here, yo. Like I said, I appreciate you again. You know what I'm saying, for
no
coming
doubt.
on. And make sure I need all that stuff first. I need the exclusives. You know what I mean? So make sure I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? I was thinking about that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, exclusive interviews and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're going through Supreme Alliance.
Appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm
So,
saying? Because
so
that's what I'm here for artists like yourself and anybody that's trying to do their thing. That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? So let's make it
no,
happen.
yep, no doubt.
All right, bro.
Be
Peace.
easy. Peace.
As always, man, another dope interview, man. Shout out to my man, Master Rek, aka Recognize, aka Rek. Now, I mean, just chopping up with him, man. Just talking to him, talking about his project and the whole. I'm saying how you feel about today's society and going on with this, with this music and stuff like that. But make sure check out the project. Park Bench Stories. You can find it on different platforms. That Piff, YouTube, and also SoundCloud. You know what I mean? So another great show, man. Another great interview as always. Shout outs to everybody supporting our do. Hey, shout out to all the viewers tonight. Everybody tapping in. You know what I mean, everybody following everything that we do. You know what I'm saying, um, it's your boy Just Supreme Lines Radio. Shout out to my family, my loved ones, my wife, my kids, everybody. Shout out to WTLB Radio, First Fan Radio, Street Vanya Radio, and Stressed Out Radio, of course. You know what I'm saying, all the platforms that Supreme Lines Radio could be found on. Also, Global Unlimited Podcast is back in the building, and I want y'all to be on the lookout for Kids Speaks. I'm saying Kids Speaks podcast will be back soon as well. I mean, so make sure y'all tune into that as soon as we get that thing back up and moving. Shout out to my man, Master Rek. You know what I'm saying, coming on to with us tonight. You know what I mean, like I said, shout out to all y'all watching and supporting the movement. All right, it's your boy Just. I'm out of here, man. Supreme Lines Radio. Peace.